Friday, Shalom, Shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who still rule well and who have taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there, scattered wherever you may be. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, on our highways and byways, week in and week out, doing these lessons as Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai commanded us to do. All right. May Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household, and may you continue to endure. All right. Shalom to you, Israelite foreigners out there who don't look like your regular Israelite, like a so-called black, Hispanic, or your Native Americans, but your bloodline does go back to you being from the royal bloodline and seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? And your spirit bears witness to this gospel, all right? May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai bless you and your household too, all right? It's your brother, Tabakia, right? From the Sons of Yasharallah, GMS Colorado Springs Camp, all right, currently in Denver, coming to you again with another live lesson, and I pray that you are edified because that's what this truth is about, edification and exhortation, all right? 1 second. I wonder if you can hear me now, hopefully. Okay, 1 sec. All right, and no title for this lesson quite yet, but the Spirit had me flip the page, to the book of Isaiah, chapter 50, and 51 actually, and it's a very, very beautiful chapter because it talks about how Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to save Abraham's seed. All right. Yes, majority of us come out of Abraham, okay, Isaac and Jacob. All right, but nonetheless, you also have different nations on this earth, and I won't say the majority of us, those who take heed and bear witness to this gospel, that is. All right, nonetheless, we know that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai established a covenant with Father Abraham, all right, that only applies to you Israelites, because yes, Father Abraham is a father of many nations, but he has a chosen nation. There's a chosen nation that came out of him, and his loins, okay, his bloodline, his lineage, all right, and that bloodline happens to be so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites, all right, and we're going to keep saying this. We're not going to change our sentiment, all right, we're going to stay on this, and we're standing on business, right? So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51 and verse 1. The subtitle for this one is, Trust God, His mercy bestowed on Abraham's seed, all right? So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 50 and verse 1. Hearken to me, you who follow after righteousness, all right, the elect, all right, the hopeful elect follows after righteousness. The hopeful elect is going to put on those clothes of immortality, all right, and that garment of perfection to the best of our ability, okay? We're the ones who's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, keeping the high holy days, all right, calling on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, doing these lessons, doing these sit downs, right, hitting the highways and byways week in and week out. Speaking of which, I'll be back on the highways and byways when I get this new tripod, Lord's will. And basically presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, all right, and not participating in the world's wickedness. That's what righteousness is, right? And this is the book of Isaiah. Obviously, the book of Isaiah is written by the prophet Isaiah, all right? Isaiah chapter 15, verse 1 again. Hearken to me, all right? Hearken, take heed to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Hearken to me, you who follow after righteousness, you who seek the Lord Yahweh. Look unto the rock whence you are hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence you are digged. All right, right here it says, Abraham and Sarah are referred to as the rock from which Israel was hewn. That's where we come from, all right? The hole of the pit refers to idolatry from whence Abraham and Sarah were brought, for they were idolaters when they came to the Lord Yahweh, just how we were. All right, prior to us coming into this truth, we worshipped all type of wickedness. All right, I know for a fact that I was into that Egyptology crap. All right, going off. I used to believe that the black woman was God. All right, I was smoking weed. All right, shit locks, dreadlocks, as the people say, but I had shit locks that went past my shoulders with blonde tips. All right, I was fornicating with different women, committing adultery. All right, I was just a complete demon, and that's how I know that Yahweh Bashim Yahshai and this truth is real. All right, because it's only a divine thing for a man such as myself to change. Because at one point I had no hope. All right, but more or less I'm very grateful. All right, here we are again. Sarah, Abraham and Sarah were brought, for they were idolaters when they came to the Lord. Okay, it says right here, the idea of this verse is Israel was raised up from an aged man and a barren woman and made into a numerous nation, a multitude like the sand of the sea. All right, we're scattered all over this earth. That's why we here at GMS talk about the Israelite foreigners, okay? Because nonetheless, obviously, after what, 10, 11 generations, a Chinese baby, all right, who has a black father will look like a Moabite eventually, all right? But nonetheless, they're still Israelites because their lineage goes back to them coming from a so-called black man, all right, from the tribe of Judah, who laid down with a Moabite, all right? And then his seed basically got started in China, then he got raised up, and obviously the appearance changes. All right, but we're like the sand of the sea. All right, we're scattered all over and we can't be numbered. Okay, Esau Edom likes to say that we're the minority. That's a damn lie, you fucking devils. We're the majority. All right, and nonetheless, we're only getting bigger and bigger. It's just like how this truth is growing. Every time we do these videos, every time we do these lessons, every time we hit the highways and byways, every time the elders and apostles upload a video, all right, it's reaching millions of views. Okay, so more or less, you're cooked, Esau Edom. We have woke up to this truth. We have woke up to this gospel, and your time is running short, you damn devils. All right, we speed this up. Nonetheless, we know that it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's program, and we're on their timing, not your timing, you damn devils. No matter how much power and whatnot you try to, and no matter how much power and authority you try to make it seem that you have, you're still going into slavery. All you heathens are still going into slavery, okay? Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 2. Look unto Abraham, your father. All right, that's our forefather. Okay, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are our forefathers, the patriarchs of the Bible. All right, that's where the 12 patriarchs come from, rather. All right, Jacob's sons. Okay, and who was Jacob's brother? Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. All right, his evil twin brother. All right, now you got Jake talking about twin this, twin that. Well, the real twin of us is the self-proclaimed white man. All right, he's our evil twin brother who lost his birthright, and ever since then, he's had a bitter, what's the word I'm looking for? Vendetta to come against Jake, all right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are the Israelites, all right? We're right here, verse 2 again. Look unto Abraham, your father, and unto Sarah, who bore you. That's our foremother, all right? Sarah, okay? A beautiful, modest woman, all right? For I called him alone and blessed him and increased him, all right? The idea is if power could multiply the progeny of one man, how much more could he make a flourishing nation out of the exiles? All right, who are the exiles? You Jakes who went into slavery. All right, because another word for exile is a slave. All right, we're the exiles. We're the ones who need to be rescued. We're the one that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai needs to come back for to save us from this captivity and underneath the hand of this damn devil Esau Edom. Okay, we're the ones who need to be rescued. Bear with me. So, hey, we're the ones catching hell. We're the ones subject to taxation. We're the ones who have to pay fees, fines, and we're the ones who are still underneath the curses. Although the curses are being reversed on the heathen, all right, as Akia had brought out. But nonetheless, we're the ones who need to be saved, right? Esau Edom is in his power, starting with the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the Gettys, the Rockefellers, all right, the Rothschilds, and etc. The elite bankers who are small hats, okay, and who are responsible for the condition of us, of our nation to this day, all right. But it's beautiful to see, the hopeful elect get risen or rise up, all right, from their deep sleep, as the scriptures say we would, and for us to take heed to this gospel and to our royal heritage, okay? All right here. Let's see what it says right there again. The idea is, if power could multiply life, progeny of one man, how much more could he make a flourishing nation out of the exiles who though but a remnant of the pre-captivity Israel were yet many thousands in number. That is, if Judah would only believe him, right? It starts with the tribe of Judah, you so-called Negroes, all right? Once you get to that elevation level, then all the tribes will follow along, all right? It says in Genesis, thy brother shall praise thee, all right? That's one of Judah's blessings, all right? Thy brethren shall praise thee, all right? The world is influenced by the tribe of Judah, all right? Let's name some notable figures who have influence over the world, all right? Notable figures. LeBron James, right? Tiger Woods, tribe of Judah. Let's see. Tupac Shakur, tribe of Judah. All right, who else? I can keep going. Drake, tribe of Judah. Lil Wayne, all right, tribe of Judah. All right, who else? Not Eddie Murphy. Let me see. Kevin Hart, tribe of Judah. Kobe Bryant, tribe of Judah. All right, let me see. Mike Tyson, tribe of Judah. Those are all influential figures I just mentioned, but nonetheless, we here in this truth have more influence than they do, because we're the ones who will be the future governing body of this earth, Lord's will, starting with the elect, all right, underneath Yahushua, King David, and the 12, all right, the 12 apostles, okay? Remember the pre-converted, yep. All right, Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 3, the subtitle for this one is Comfort Promise, Zion and waste places will be restored. All right, let's get it. Verse 3, for the Lord Yahweh shall comfort Zion. All right, he will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden. This is the future prophecy. This hasn't happened yet, which also proves we're not in the second covenant. If you think we're in the second covenant, the Lord has bugged you out. All right, you're a complete bug out, because we are not in the second covenant yet. We're still underneath the hand of Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, aka the devil. Okay? This prophecy has not happened yet. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1 hasn't even happened yet. 7 women shall cleave to one man. That has not happened yet. All right? We're patiently waiting for Yahweh Shemashai to bring all these prophecies to come to pass, right? Verse 3 again, for the Lord Yahweh shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord Yahweh. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. We're not joyful. We're not happy. All right, Esau Edom, your King Devil Nero Trump is taking away your food stamps. He is already gone. Your government is still shut down. This is officially the longest it's been shut down, and it's only going to get worse. Okay, so nonetheless, no, we are not in our kingdom. No, these prophecies have not gotten fulfilled yet. All right, Esau Edom has the world underneath his hegemony. All right, and he's ruling with an iron fist and complete wickedness. All right, it's only going to get worse. You got Jake's talking about running up in stores, smash and grab. All right, this place is through. All right, and if you're not in this truth, Yahweh Shai is going to make you starve to death. All right, famine is coming to your door if you're not in this truth, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and calling on the royal names of Yahweh Shai, because it starts with the names. All right. And the voice of melody, it says right here, the promise of this verse has several applications. It certainly referred to Judah and the captivity if they would only believe the Lord. All right, it as well refers to Israel upon the second advent of the Lord. But these promises also picture the perpetual bliss promised to all who listen and obey the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 4. Call to Israel, subtitle. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation. All right, who's the Lord's nation? You so-called blacks from the tribe of Judah, you so-called Latinos from the tribe of Issachar, and you so-called Native Americans from the tribe of Gad. All right, you indigenous folks, okay? You are the Lord's people, all right? And you have to take heed to this gospel and to this message, or Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is gonna destroy you. All right, there's all type of judgment pouring out, okay? And it's beautiful. Us in this truth, we love to see Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai pour out judgment on this earth and on this people, because this earth is completely wicked, all right? And it's only getting worse. Now you got the White House talking about their sleeper cells, all right, throughout every major city in America, aka that I can't say it because they'll ban this video, but just know that horrible things are coming in a major way, all right? And that's why we have to stay prayed up, repent, and fast, and not go back to our old ways of living, to that old man, to that old woman, right? Verse 4 again, hearken unto me and give ear unto me, O my nation, for a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for the light of the people. All right, the spiritual life is sustained, right here, is sustained as well as initiated. But the principle of, quote, hearing, the divine provision for this is the Bible. All right, that is the law which has proceeded from power, and that is the, quote, judgment established to be the light of the nations. All right, we are the light of the nations. We have to be an example to our nation of how to live in complete righteousness as opposed to unrighteousness. All right, not celebrating American holidays, okay, not eating swine, all right, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. For you men out there, not touching your hairline, right? You can get haircuts, but don't touch that hairline, straight up, and etc. All right, not fornicating, not committing adultery, all right, and not committing spiritual idolatry or spiritual adultery, all right, fornicating with these other gods, taking heed to different and strange philosophies, okay? That's how we keep ourselves with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 5. My righteousness is near, my salvation is gone forth, and my arms shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and my arm, and on my arm shall they trust. And who's the arm of Yahweh? All right, Yahweh Shai. That is the arm of Yahweh. All right, who sits on the right-hand side of Yahweh. Yahweh Shai is in the heavens right now, sitting on the right-hand side of Yahweh. That's milk, all right? You got jakes who can't even get into the milk. That's why this truth is a serious blessing, right? Going on. All right, it says right here, Hamashiach is both, quote, righteousness and salvation. The water Yahweh for sending Yahweh Shai. As salvation, he has gone forth, and as righteousness, he has come near. He is therefore within the reach of all sinners. All right? What's sin? Transgression of the law. And all who come to him, sincerely seeking him, will find exactly what he has promised. And Yahweh Shai has promised us the kingdom, all right, the world, man. We are tired of this place. We want Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to bless us with that reward, all right? We want those spiritual bodies. I pray for a spiritual body, and I'm so passionate about it because I believe that we will get spiritual bodies, all right? These fleshly bodies can't fathom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's presence, yet alone those chariots, aka those UFOs they're seeing in the sky, all right? Three-eye atlas and this and that. Nonetheless, hey, if it's real or not, that's a chariot of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for the elect, if you can receive that and if you believe that. Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 6. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath. For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment. All right, this is talking about the nukes that are going to come, all right, to America to destroy this place. And when these nukes come, all right, 2/3 of our people will perish here in America, which is the lake of fire. That hell, that's the real hell. The lake of fire perishing from them nukes, all right? Those spiritual, those nuclear missiles destroying you, destroying every town, destroying every city, okay, in America. Nukes are in the Bible, and this is clearly a verse talking about that, all right? But you got ignorant people out there who deny the creation of nukes. Don't you know that Yahweh Shemel Shai put it into these devils' mind to create these nukes? You people are bugged out. You just don't have that third eye. You don't have that vision. You don't have that awareness. You don't have that dawah, right? Oh man, that's your paw. I see a chariot. The chariot just came out of nowhere. Sheesh. It's a flickering one too. All right, speaking of which, man, we're living in some beautiful times. I seen 3-4 chariots while I was at the park 2-3 hours ago. I was just looking up, man, and I seen them gliding through the sky, gliding through the air. And check this out. While they were doing their thing, eventually Esau Edom with his wicked ass came through and sprayed chemtrails all along that path where those chariots are, or where they were. You can't make this shit up, man. You're the devil, E. Let's get it. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath. For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, right? Those nukes. And the earth shall wax old like a garment. And they who dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished. It says right here. The Lord uses the most stable illustration to be found, his own creation. As glorious and stable as the creation is still, it will one day have to be refurbished, which is through that fire. However, his salvation and righteousness, which refer to his word, shall be forever and shall not be abolished. Call Halal Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Yahweh Bashmi Shai will never be abolished. All right, and you 2/3, you can't do nothing against this truth. All right, so get with the program. And let me correct myself. That might not be a chariot. Salaki on that. Might be a plane, but nonetheless, I did see 3-4 chariots at that park. Straight up. So hold up. Let me see. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 7. Hearken unto me, you who know righteousness, the people in whose heart is the people in whose heart is my law. Fear you not the reproach of men, neither be you afraid of their revelings. All right, we don't fear you 2/3. We don't fear you niggas. We don't fear you fucking cops. All right, we don't fear you Keishas. All right, we don't fear you Marias. We don't fear you Pocahontases. All right, we don't fear you Edomites. We fear Yahweh Shemi Shai. We know that Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to be with us in these last days to basically keep us in the way. All right, because we're going to see a lot of crazy shit as time continues to go on. All right, we just have to mentally prepare ourselves for this and pray that Yahweh Shemi Shai gives us the spirit to endure. All right, and to not fear anything, because obviously the flesh oftentimes tries to put thoughts into our mind to make us fear things that are out of our control. And the key word there is they are out of our control. If we keep doing the right thing, just know and have faith that Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to protect us and look after us, as well as the angels and the Holy Spirit, man. That's that faith. We're going to have big faith. Might be the title of this lesson. We got to have big faith. That's just innocent. 1 second. All right. That's a beautiful verse, man. Barak Yahweh Shemi Shai. It says right here, let's see if we can skip that. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 8. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment, and the worm shall eat them like a wool. But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation. All right, the Wadi Yahweh Shai for returning to us in this generation and giving us this wise or this wisdom and this understanding. Okay, because we prayed for Yahweh Shai to give us this wisdom understanding, and they gifted it to us. Once again, this truth is a straight up gift. All right, and there's nothing that Esau, Edom, or the nations or the 2/3 can do about it. So fuck the 2/3. All right, fuck black culture. Salakia. I shouldn't have stick that finger up. It was going off. But nonetheless, hey, forget the 2/3. Over there. I see an ambulance. Some more stuff. All right. Isaiah chapter 51 and right here, it says right here about that last verse I just read. If men themselves never wholly pass away, yet it is otherwise with their judgments. These perish absolutely, disappear, and are utterly forgotten. In other words, the taunts will come to a speedy end, while those whose will and affections are governed by the scriptures will live forever. The hopeful elect, we have to live our lives governed by these scriptures, by this holy Bible. All right, by the KJV, the Old Testament, and the New Testament. Right? Yahweh Shemel Shai is doing a lot of destroying and judgment out here. A hurricane this, hurricane that, plane blowing up there, plane blowing up here. It's just a lot of shit going on, man. We have to pray that Yahweh Shemel Shai gives us a sound mind. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 9. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord Yahweh. Awake as in the ancient days and the generations of old. Are you not in that? Are you not it that has cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? All right, let's get it. It says right here, the phrase awake, awake is a cry of faith and desire addressed to the Messiah by those who hearken unto him and whose heart is his law. Rahab is a symbolic expression of Egypt, for Egypt. The name actually means pride or the proud one. The phrase wounded the dragon refers to Egypt's power and such being destroyed at the Red Sea. All right, and Yahweh Bashim is going to wound that dragon in this generation too, because that dragon is Esau Edom, that red dragon, that old serpent, the devil. All right, you're going to be wounded. That wound that was healed, right? Yahweh Bashim Baba Kashah, please wound these Edomites, man. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 10. Are you not it which has dried the sea, the waters of the great deep, that has made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? Do you know these devils can't even measure the sea? All right, all these years on earth, and they only know about 70% of our ocean. That's how powerful Yahweh Shemel Shai is, man. Those are the powers we worship. All right, we have to have confidence and Yahweh Shemel Shai. Let me roll up these windows. But bear with me. You know? So, brothers and sisters out there, especially you sincere ones, have no fear. Yahweh Shemel Shai is with us, man. And they're doing miraculous things. Every time I get on the internet, I'm seeing more prophecy be fulfilled. All right? And Great Millstone, the brothers, the Akim, all right, beginning with the elders, bishops, the elders, apostles, and bishops on down, they are on fire. All right, there are no camps coming like Great Millstone right now. All right, video after video after video after video after video after video after video, lesson after lesson after lesson. I go to sleep listening to lessons nowadays. Don't even watch TV. That's how much this information and truth is being poured out. We're being fed. All right, we're being fed by the fountain of living waters, which is Yahweh Shai. Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 10 again. Are you not it which has dried the sea, the waters of the great deep, that has made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? All right. This passage pertains to the deliverance of the children of Israel from Egypt and the opening of the Red Sea. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 11. Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord, all right, the redeemed, talking about the elect, those repentant souls, Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord Yahweh shall return. Repent. We are repenting in these last days. We're repenting for the sins of this life and our past life. Okay, we return back to our power. Right? Verse 11 again. Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord Yahweh shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away, man. And this is currently being fulfilled right now. All right, this speaks of Israel's acceptance of Hamashiach as the Messiah, and as such will be redeemed at that time. And we speak of the beginning of the kingdom age. And from all over the world they shall come. That's where the elect is scattered throughout the whole world. They shall come. That's why we say shalom to the Israelite foreigners. They shall come to Zion with singing and everlasting joy. Then the sorrow and mourning of thousands of years shall flee away. All right. And that day when the kingdom is established on earth, all of our sorrow and mourning officially goes away. All right. Because the flesh, again, it vexes us. Everything vexes you when you're in his truth, right? But we have to just maintain and endure, like Yahweh Shai says. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 12, it says right here, subtitle, Comfort and Restoration Promise. I, even I, am he who comforts you. Who are you that you should, who? I, even I, am he who comforts you. Who are you that you should be afraid of a man that shall die? All right? You Edomites are going to fucking die. You 2/3 are going to die. Yahweh Shai is going to destroy you niggas. We're not afraid of you niggas, man. I promise. All right? And the spirit has to be on you to feel this way, man. That the spirit is, the Rakah Kodash is a real thing, which means spirit holy. All right? We don't fear anything but Yahweh Shai, and these people hate that. All right? We're not a respecter of persons like our Father in heaven. Verse 12 again. I, even I, am he who comforts you. Who comforts you. Who are you that you should be afraid of a man that shall die, right? And of the son of a man, which shall be made as grass. I, even I, refers to Hamashiach as the only one who can comfort you. The man referred in this verse is the oppressor, Esau Edom, right? Under his oppression, Israel will reach the lowest depth of misery. We're in the lowest depths of misery right now underneath this devil. All right, ICE going from city to city, state to state, vexing the fuck out of the northern kingdom, right? And they're coming for you southern kingdom jakes too, because Judah has a lot of pride, especially you fucking black people in the world. Yahweh Shai is coming for you damn niggas too, man. Keep making for the northern kingdom if you want. Little do you know that's your damn brother, you dummies. You people are so damn slow. And I'm not talking about you ones who are in this truth sincerely. I'm talking about people in the world. Just bug the hell out. Depths of misery. They are admonished here to not be afraid of him, but to look to the Lord. Call Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Continue to look to the Lord. Let's look to the Lord for our salvation, all right? From the hills cometh our salvation. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 13. I did not expect this lesson to go this long. And forget the Lord Yahweh, your maker, who has stretched forth the heavens, right? The universe, the skies, and laid the foundations of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy. And where is the fury of the oppressor? Verse 14. The captive exile hastens that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread shall fail. All right. Right here it says, in a strict sense, the captive exile refers to Israel in the latter half of the Great Tribulation, and more particularly in the Battle of Armageddon, when battle, that's off. Salakia. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 15. But I am the Lord Yahweh, your power, who divided the sea, whose waves roared. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. All right, so the name matters. That's why we call on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, because those names are our salvation, and they're how we're going to get out of this place, out of this shithole, out of Jacob's trouble. All right, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. All right, it says right here. We'll go on. Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 16. We'll make this the final verse. And I have put my words in your mouth, all right, the prophets, right? And I have covered you in the shadow of my hand, or Yahweh Shai, that I may plat the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, you are my people. All right. I'm gonna close out this quick lesson by saying, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. I pray that you were edified and exhorted. I'll be back with more lessons. Shalom.